And here we go with the last beta versus David Escher. Looks like the last beta won the die roll with mono white. Sent it back already, and kind of crucially, David one of main deck Meat Hook Massacre chilling.
Yeah, and that's one of the better cards in that matchup. Although like Redain makes it so if they cast it for 4 or more, it still costs 2 more. So Redain is quite a good answer there for against the Meat Hook Massacre. And the start is pretty good. 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop, just attack.
Oh, that was kind of brutal.
That kind
See
of
what I did there?
answers it, yeah. Brutal guitar, yeah, let's go. And like that affiliate or whatever the card is called is gonna outgrow the massacre. So that's huge.
And crucial,
Redain
nothing going to the
coming down
graveyard,
now.
so the trespasser can't do anything.
I mean, it's still a body that can block, so it will eat a creature here.
Yep, it should trade off with Sun Gold Sentinel, right?
It should still, yeah, but they didn't. They decided not to block.
Oh,
Oh,
I
but
guess
that's
they're going for
actually meat
the
hook, yeah.
meat hook for 2. I mean, they'll still
I was
have this
pretty sure
initiate there, but
the Redain gets played on the other side, but it the last beta might think that there's only one meat hook massacre, right? And
right.
then the
What
other
are the
half is
odds they
better if
draw
they
it?
don't have it. Yeah, what are the odds they draw it? I still feel that this side of the Redain doesn't do that much in this on this board.
Yeah, I think I would have just stuck with the other side. I mean, I know that they don't have a bunch of snow land, so you don't get that bonus, but
Yeah, also like there are chariots, right? And Redain makes that more expensive.
mm-hmm.
So that was debatable. Because like all the removal, like targeted removal is really cheap, so they can always pay the taxes.
Debating whether they want to keep the pressure on here, race against this
Yeah, now
Faceless
that
Haven.
the game is slipping slowly away. This is gonna be one life, and then the question is, does the dragon just block the Haven?
Ooh, Adeline off the top there.
That shouldn't change much, since
Nope.
like if they play Adeline, the Haven cannot swing, and then Chariot is coming down, and that just should seal the deal. Even the grasp there, even though grasp cost 3 mana now.
Yeah, people always forget about stuff on the shield. I remember playing it in limited, and there were so many times where you just have this out, and someone would just do something and forget to pay the mana, and they just or the double blocking with this thing out. That always went badly.
Yeah, the double blocking is weird because it taxes both creature. Like the prevent damage happens on both creatures, so it's like prevents 2 damage, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, it doesn't auto assign enough damage to kill them sometimes. I don't know if they ever fixed that, but I know early on it just wouldn't auto assign enough the extra damage, so it would just let them both live.
Oh, and that actually works when you don't have the option enabled in arena. Then it screws you over, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you have like
All
just
right,
auto assign
so
damage to arena.
looking like very much looking in favor of David Escher here.
Yeah, that
It's like
one is
somebody's
over.
talking to him there, but we can't read it. Oh, another dragon coming in.
Dragons are only dealing 3, but that shouldn't matter too much. So like even if David wants, he can play like
Yeah.
really safe here, but probably still
Well,
wants to apply
so
enough pressure to win at least next turn.
well, because that'll put them to 3. They'll take 1 from this attack, so that puts them to 2. So this becomes a must block, and this becomes a must block. So they have to double chump block. They don't have an option.
They can put a 2/3 on the 3/3, and that one lives.
Oh yeah, that does live through with the. That is correct. As I, after just talking about it, forgot about the damage protection.
Yeah, but there's still the cat to block the Haven.
They went for the double block before realizing that that would leave them dead.
Yeah, but even if there is removal now, um, there's no way
They just
there
die
is
from meat hook.
lethal. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no card in Magic that's winning this, let alone in this deck.
Yeah,
And that should wrap
won't
up
do
game
it.
1.
Thirst is also like can be up late turn too.
Yeah,
But that's a hand you want. You just need a land there from the last beta.
I think they're just gonna fire off the thirst here. I don't think you should try to get
Yeah.
too greedy and try to blow them out with a
Yeah,
massacre.
definitely.
Like there's too many things can happen in the meantime, like Thalia,
Yeah,
Spellbinder, anything like that.
yeah, I agree. You never wait in that matchup. You just kill every creature early, unless you have your own threat. Then you play your own threat sometimes. Next turn is gonna be huge. Just massacre for 2, kill 2 creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Will they do it
I
though?
mean, I think they
It's like
are they gonna get greedy.
because now Spellbinder will kind of
Oh,
mess with that plan.
yeah. If that
Yeah,
Spellbinder was huge there.
Spellbinder, they cannot really interact with that. They can kill it after it already takes the card.
I mean, this is probably the easiest meat hook massacre decision ever.
Yeah, they just have to do that.
Like how they look through them, like it's wait, what?
And I do like just playing the massacre at last turn because like you're not ramping with this hand into something, right? And getting a 2-for-1 now
Wait,
means
did
your one
they
for one
mean
removal is still gonna
and
be really good later.
they
They took
didn't
the
take massacre
grasp.
though?
Interesting. That is interesting. So now they need a
Yeah,
land for the extra damage. Okay, that's interesting.
I mean, I guess maybe
Because
they
the
were
massacre,
okay. My theory on this of why they did that, well, they had power word kill too, so that kills my theory. I was gonna say is maybe they were just planning to try to get there with. They knew that massacre was gonna happen. They were trying to get there with Faceless Haven, but that still dies to
yeah,
power
but
word.
first of
No,
all, they
this is a
needed a land
changeling,
for
right?
that play, right? They wouldn't guarantee a land. Plus, plus the massacre doesn't happen. Like happens for 1 next
Yeah,
turn, so they still attack for 6
power
on the
word kill
backswing.
doesn't deal with Faceless Haven, so that's why they took Infernal Grasp, was to try to get through with Haven because it's all
But the
creature
problem
types.
is if
So
you're tasking grasp, like you're tasking it for 2, so it still costs 4. You can still the opponent can still cast it. That's the problem with that
mhm.
play, I think. But yeah, I mean they had to have reasons, definitely.
And I'm trying, and they've played well enough to get to this point in the tournament. I know it's been a long day and everything, but you got to at least give them credit on, hey, this is probably why they did this.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out, and that's probably the reason that you mentioned, because like Haven is probably so good since like Massacre doesn't kill it, and
And Fowler's stance gonna end step hit this up. No. Another Faces Haven's a good draw there. Hmm. I'm
yeah,
wondering why they
Massacre
waited till
just
main step to do that.
maybe there's some was is a reason to play Apparition, but Apparition just gets killed by something and they get back the. It's just a 2/2. Just all kill spells.
Yeah, that don't do anything against Faceless Haven. So going to deal 6 with this, but with the massacre damage thrown in.
They're 2 lands away from activating double Faceless Haven.
I can't see why they'd want to play the Clane. I think they're just stalling. And I think they're not going to activate. Will they? I mean, it lets them grasp it, but I mean, you can make your
I think
opponent
that's
waste their
pretty
mana
good
too.
for the mono white player this spot if the grass gets the Haven. Because there's another one anyhow, and that's -2 damage. Although that life gain adds up with the Massacre. That
I mean,
Haven is
4
still
is
a
a pretty
problem, even if they
precarious
go
spot to
wonky
be.
here. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they have to Valky here. I mean, they do get to take away the apparition, and then if they do that, then they can double block on the Faceless Haven.
One player is also just activate the 3/3 mana slant and block the Haven, but then they lose a mana source. Oh, they get a 3/3. Yeah, because of Kalain, they get a 3/2 walk it.
That's available to single block. Then I mean, they're just gonna power word kill this Usher the Fallen.
Another
Oh,
Haven. Haven is possibly
another
the
Haven.
best draw right now.
That was a power draw. I can't. Yeah, yeah. Inside of combat, you'll want to do that. Gain yourself life.
You want to activate 2 Havens?
Yeah, they just need a snow plains for that.
I can see waiting for the removal there, but I would attack with the Haven right away. Trade off, so you get the apparition back, even though apparition doesn't do that much.
I mean, I have to assume end step Thalia is just dying.
What are they trying to draw there? The Legion Angel probably.
Oh, that would be sick. It's not like Power Word Kill would deal with that either.
One more land means double attack with the Haven. I think that's the plan for waiting. But I'm not sure I like the waiting there with the Haven. Because at one point they could have traded it off for Walk and then means like another apparition in hand.
So are they
And
gonna
that could deal.
activate, pump it, and send it at Sorin? Or they?
Yeah.
I mean, I think they just double block with Valky and Kalane, right? Because you can still get your value out of this next turn.
Yeah, and you have another Kalane.
I
Just
guess it's
unblock.
fine too. I mean, well, that was a draw.
Aspirant was like one of the reason I guess to wait with the Haven. Double block and now
Yeah.
life gain is huge. I mean double attack, chariot.
Hmm. I know. I guess just doing Kalane first just gives you an extra body. It doesn't really do much beyond that. I mean, there's their now double attack, but it's a much different scenario now.
Yeah, basically the whole game plan was the Havens and now the Havens don't do enough anymore. So I think this game is pretty much over. Um, Double activate Haven, but they could just like
Oh,
throw the
yes.
massacre and win, and I don't think there's much that stops this.
Oh, you can just attack with Hive at everything, and they're all
Or
dead.
attack, and there's
Yeah,
multiple
just
ways to win that.
I prefer
Like
the attack, and they're just
like
dead. Looks like that'll do it. David Escher is going to be taking home the $200 top prize with his awesome Jun mid range deck. He got the matchup he really wanted in top 8, and it paid off.
yeah, well deserved. Congrats to all the top 8 people. Anyhow, like they had to work pretty hard together the whole day of Magic. That's like
Yeah, they actually played top in round 8 as well, and the last beta won 2-0 in round 8.
yeah. LastBeta was undefeated in the Swiss, right?
I believe so. Yes, 8-0. I mean, they still take them $100 for their efforts. That's still pretty good.